Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our third project in Revit, and this is the fourth part. This is the fifth part, and most likely is going to be the finale for this project because we have done much of the work on the project. So we are basically left with the facade. Uh, I'll leave a landscape for you. I will have another project that will go up to landscape, but this one here, we promised that we wanted to do the floor plans for both the ground and the first floor. We furnished the first floor, the ground floor, we furnished it so well. Then the first floor, I left it for you as an assignment. Then today we are going to do facading. However, there's one thing I need to change in this first floor. I want to change this window as a door. Okay, I want this area to have a door. We can bring this window here, and then here we want to have a door so that this part can also be accessed as a lounge, or you can say a resting place. So I'm going to bring a door here. However, we have to move this window. We have to move it a bit this side so that we have this light on the stairs or the staircase. Then I'll pick this door. I can even bring this door or this one, but I think I'll come and pick this one. I'll create similar. Then I'll place it here. So we can now access, let's move this like that. Then it's an exterior door. That means it will be open from the outside. So we can access this area from here. We access this one from here. Then this one we access it from here. Then the master or this bedroom will access this one from here. So now with this, I think we are done with the floor plans. What we are left with is the facade, and basically that is the purpose of today's video. So without wasting a lot of time, let's go to our facading. So I want to start with this side. Of course, it's one of the biggest sides that we want to design because it is the front. That means we need to put a lot of emphasis on it. So I am going to start from here. Of course, we are starting with an extrusion. So this is how you can use an extrusion. You come to your architecture, you go to components, you click on this drop down, you come to model in place. Instead of place a component, remember we used place a component to place components like windows and doors, but this time we are going to model in place. So you click on model in place, you look for generic model. If you click on G, it will bring you to this generic models. You can click OK. Then it will ask you to give it a name. You can rename it the way you want. For me, I'll leave it at a default. I'll click OK. From here, we have all these options for creating casings for our house. So you have extrusion, you have blend, you have revolve, you have sweep, blend, and void forms. In the void forms, there are void extrusion, void blend. All these options have the void form. But I want to go with extrusion. I'll click on extrusion. After clicking that, you come to the extreme side of our right. You look for set. So you click on this set. From this menu, you pick a plane. You click on pick a plane. Then you click OK. So you are going to it will give you a highlight of the plane you want to pick. So you have to click on the plane where you are going to draw your extrusion. So I want to draw it from here. I'll pick this plane. Then after picking the plane, you can now pick any of these tools to start drawing. So I'm going to pick my rectangle for drawing. So I'll draw something like from here. Let me just draw something like that up here, just like that. So after drawing that, you'll see the depth of your extrusion here. You can see what you have put. So you can control the depth here, you can control the offset here, but let me go with just 150, something like that, or even 200. Let me go with the 200. Then I'll click OK. It will create for us something like this. You see that it will create something like that. Let me just finish. Or even before we finish, we have other things that we can do. First of all, we need to give it a material, and the material you can give it from here. So in the properties, you click on this by category, material by category, and then it will generate for us this panel where we normally create new materials, and you already know how to create a new material. You click on this icon, you create a new material, you rename it the way you want. I'm going to rename it as a brown paint because I want it to have a brown paint, something like that. Then of course in the graphics I am going to put here something that is a little bit brown, like that. Then in the appearance, we click on the appearance, we come to this icon, then we can look for paint. You just paint, you can just write there paint. It will generate for you options for picking paints. So we have all these options. We have default, finish, metal, metallic, paint, wall paint. So we are looking for wall paint. So from here you have all these options. I want something that is brown, a little bit brown. So I'll go with this second option here. I'll close this, then I'll apply, I'll say OK. And then when we finish, after giving material, you can now finish model by clicking on this tick. Now that is what we have. You see here, that's what we have created. If you have been keen, you realize that we had a window here that has been hidden, right? We had a window here that has been hidden. However, if you want to have that window out, you just click on this extrusion, you come to edit in place, then you click on it again, you'll see your window here. Now you can say edit extrusion. From here you can pick any of these tools to extract this window from the extrusion. So you can even go with pick line. If you say pick line, you can start picking line. For example, I can pick this, I can pick that, I can pick this, I can pick this, just like that. Then you say OK. You say OK, and our window will be open. It will not be hidden the way it was hiding. So I want this extrusion to extend up to down here. However, it is going to be a little bit tricky, but we can achieve that actually. You can click on the extrusion again, you come to edit in place, you click on it, you say edit extrusion. Here I can still also pick plane, not pick plane but pick line. I'll pick this, I'll pick I can pick this angle here, then I can pick this side, this one here, and then I can pick let's just say down here. So now we are going to extend. We shall come to our trim. We are going to trim this and extend it to this. Basically that is it. That is what we want to achieve. And if I click here, it is going to give us a warning that lines cannot intersect each other. Okay, where are they intersecting? Yeah, this is where they are intersecting. So you come to your trim again, you trim this, you bring it to this. I guess we shall not receive another warning again. So let's finish this. We still have another warning, and it is coming from here. So you have to come to your trim, you trim this and extend it to this. No. Okay. What we are going to do, we are going to trim this and bring it to this. We shall trim this and you will bring it to that. Let's try and finish. Still warning us here. I guess there are two lines here, because most times if you have two lines, Revit will not accept that. So it is this line that is causing us problems. So let's first trim, we're going to trim this. We bring it to this. Then we're going to trim this. We shall bring it to this. And then we see what it will tell us. Now it has accepted. However, we also have another window here, right? So before leaving this, I think we can first remove this window instead of going and coming back. So we shall click on Edit Extrusion. I'll say Pick Line. I'll pick these edges of the window, the outer sides of the window, just like that. Just like that. So we shall finish and finish. Just like that, we have our extrusion created here, right? That's what we want to achieve. Yes, for this part here. Then of course we want to create something here to connect this, and also bring out something nice here, right? So this is what we are going to do. We are going to use this surface as our pick plane. So you come to your texture tab as usual, you look for components, you click on drop down, you say model in place, you look for generic models, click OK, then you can rename and OK. So I am still going with extrusion, and I need to pick my plane. Instead of clicking on the set, you can also click on this drop down, you just pick a plane from here. Then you come and you make sure it highlights like this, right? If it doesn't show you, for example, if you are like this, that means you have not selected any plane. But when it highlights for you like this, you know this is the plane you are picking. And if you specifically want this side, you make sure it highlights for you like this. Now you are sure this is where you're going to draw it. It will only draw your extrusion on the plane you picked. You can extend it beyond the plane, but it will only start from the surface of the plane. So we can pick this plane, then we go to this, I want to go to this rectangle. I'll draw a plane here, something like that. Then you can actually control what? You can control the depth and also the width of these things. So let's go with 500. This is now free model. So we're going to click here, finish. Before we finish it completely, this is what we have, and I want to stretch it. You can stretch it like this, right? You can stretch it like this if you wish to, because it gives you the freedom to do that. You can stretch it like this all the way here, then you just click OK. You see that? So it gives you the freedom to do these things. So now if I click on it, then I say edit in place, because I want to go and give it material. I'll click on it again. I'll come to material in the properties, and they say material by category. The same thing we did for the other one. We come and create a material. So I am looking for a new paint. I'll create a new material. Instead of brown paint, I want now white paint. Though we have white paint that we created before, I want to create another one for this one again. So in the graphics, I'll go with white, just like that. Then in the appearance, I'll look for the asset browser. I'm looking for paint. So we're going to keep creating paints. So here we have this glossy paints. Let me see what it has. It's a little bit brown, and I feel like I like it. Let me see. Wall texture strip, glossy. So I think I'm going with this one here. I'll go with this. I'll say apply and OK. So when we finish, this is what we shall have. See that? This is what we shall have. Now, from here, I want to create another structure just around here. I want to create another structure around here. So I am going to use this down surface to create another structure up there. So we come to our architecture, click on components, model in place, generic models. I believe now at this point you can easily find these things. Extrusion, you set a plane, and this time I want this plane here, this one. Then I pick this rectangle. I can start drawing my plane just like that. However, this plane is going to be here. So let's first finish it. Then of course I want it as a white paint. Instead of creating a new paint, now we have these paints that we can use. So I'll just go with this white paint. I'll say okay. I'll finish it. Then that is what we shall have. However, I want this thing to be just up here. I don't want it to go all the way down, because down there I want to create something else. Now you can just move it up. You remember, you can drag it up. You can drag it in any direction you want. That is the advantage of using extrusion. Just like that, you can drag it everywhere. You can drag this side, you can drag that side. That is how extrusion works. You can also align the surface. For example, I can come to my align. I'll click on this surface. Let's first see it well. I can click on this surface, then I align it to this so that it can perfectly align there. You see that? It now aligns perfectly. So I can click on this, then I reduce it a bit, just like that. So we have that structure up there. Then of course for this down part, I want to do something else, because this down part is I want to create a little bit gray design for it. I want to create something gray for it. So I can easily change the color of this, but still I want to do something else. So from this part here, I'm going to create another extrusion on this down surface. So let's go to our architecture. You come to components, model in place. You're looking for generic models. Click OK, you click OK, you come to extrusions, you come to set, you pick plane, and then of course we are picking this plane. You see the blue lines? Yes, it is that one. Come to your rectangle, you can draw a plane just like that. I want this plane. I'm going to click OK. However, I want to change the material. I'll come to the properties by category. I'll click on it. Then I am going to create a new material. Then we want gray paint. I think we already have a gray paint. I don't know. gray paint. Let me see. Gray paint. Let me see. Gray. I just clicked off our gray paint name that we just, so it is here. I'm going to change this. We want something really almost black, like that. Then in the appearance, let me look for a glossy one. I'll say paint again. Then we are waiting for the paint to come. So we have this black one. This one is not glossy. I want something glossy. So this one is glossy. I think I'll go with it. So I'll close this. I'll apply. I will say okay. Then I'll finish with okay. So now we have something like that. However, I want this wall to extend a little bit outside here, just like that, something like that. So we are going to create another thing around here, going to create another one here on this surface. So I'll come to my architecture, components, model in place, generic models. I'll say okay. I'll say okay. Come to extrusions, you pick a plane, you say okay. Then this is the plane we are looking for, this one here, just like that. Then I'm going to pick my rectangle. I'll draw a plane here. I'll draw a plane here, just like that. Then of course we can control the width. I don't know if it is the length or width, so we can control that here. Click OK. The material, of course we want the gray paint, so we shall just click OK. If you can't see your gray paint, you can search for it. You click OK, then you finish. That's what we have. However, I want it to come all the way to this side. I'll click on it. I'll drag it freehand. I come to this side. I'll also drag it freehand, just like that. So that is how easy it is to design with the extrusion. However, I want to do something here. I want this extrusion to also have another part down here. So I've clicked on it. I'll come to edit in place. I'll say, you click on it again, you say edit extrusion. So from here I'm going to draw. I'll pick this line. I'll draw a line here to down. And then I can just continue with it here. So I'm going to pick my trim. I'll trim this, I'll extend it to this down part. Then I'll trim this and extend it to this. So I believe we are fine here. Let's see if there's a line down here. We don't have a line down here. That means this will cause us problems. So there's a smaller line here. I'll extend it to this one here. And then of course I'll click on this. I'll extend this to this, just like that. You make sure no line is going outside. So you only have to have one loop. So I'll click on this. It has to be as thick as that. I guess this can be enough. Let's finish and see what we have. That's what we have. That's what we have. I don't know if it makes sense to you. However, I don't like seeing this these levels disturbing me here. So let's see what we have here. That's what we have. However, I want this extrusion to extend a little bit outside. I don't want it to connect directly with this. So you just click on it, you can drag a little bit outside like that. You see, that's what I want to achieve, just like that. So I'll say okay. And then of course up here we have this. And then I want this part, this wall, to have a different paint because it is all white, and you can't properly see this design we have created. So I'm going to change the paint of this wall. So to change the paint, since we have already created so many paints for walls, it is easy that you just come to this menu, you look for this paint. Sorry, you look for this paint, you click on it. So you're looking for this gray paint, that's what we are looking for. Just click on it, you paint on the wall just like that. See that the wall has been painted with a gray paint that we created. So that's what we have. I believe this surface is beginning to make sense. I want to increase this part here. I'll click on it as I've done. I'll say edit in place. I'll click on it again. I'll edit extrusion. I'll just click on that. You can increase from here if you choose to, just like that. Then you can click OK and finish. Sorry. Now we have done this, and we are going to use the second tool for modeling, that is sweep. Now this time, instead of using extrusion, we are going to use sweep. You come to architecture, you go to components, you model in place, you are looking for generic models, you click OK, you click OK. From extrusions, we are now going to sweep. I'll click on sweep. For sweep, you, after clicking on sweep, you come to pick path. Instead of pick plane or set plane, this one says you have to pick path. Once you click on that, you have to pick the path now. For it, it picks lines, it picks edges of the walls. So we are going to pick this. It will give you this red dot. You can click OK. From here, you click on edit profile. After editing profile, you need to click on this, because this is the front. It needs to give us an angle where we can be able to edit it. You can only get that angle after clicking on edit profile. You click on this. It will always show you this face that is facing you. It will show you the surface that is facing you. So ours right now is the front. You click on the front, it will bring for you an elevation like that. Then you click on this right side angle. You click on this angle, it will give you that side, so you can zoom in so that you can see where you are going to draw your sweep. Now from here you can draw. You can click on any of these things that you need, but for me I will go with this rectangle. As usual, I'll draw from here up to here. Now you can do your measurements. For example, here I want this one to be, let's say, 120, just like that. Then I want this to be, let's say, 50 sub, just like that. Then you click OK. You click OK. Now you can give it material. From here I'm going to, in the properties, material, by category, I'll click on it, and I am looking for the white paint. Here I don't want to create new paints now. I'll start using the paints I've created. So I'll look for the white paint. White paint, it is here. So you click on that, you just click OK. Then you finish modeling. So you can go to your real view and see what you have done. Now this is what we have created. Have you seen that? Yes, this part here. This is what we have created. And what I want to do, I want to extend this up to this side. However, with the sweep, you can't just click on it and start dragging it the way you do extrusion. For it, you have to go to the edit menu until you can edit it manually. So you click on it, you say edit in place. So you click on it again, you say edit sweep. From here, you say pick a path. Then instead of picking a path, you say pick 3D edges. So you can pick the 3D edge from here, then from here. However, I'm seeing here we have an issue. This part and this other one are not aligned, but we can pick this side, then you use trim to extend this to this. So let's see what we have. If we click OK, it will accept. Yeah, it has accepted. So it has accepted that. But however, I don't want this surface to be uneven, so I'm going to align them. I'll click on this align tool. I'll align this surface with this one here. Of course, it will ask for us to delete the sweep that we created there, so we're going to delete it because that is the only way this can work. So I've deleted it and it has aligned it perfectly. Now that part of the sweep that was bending has been deleted and it has fit this sweep to just make that straight line and to make that sharp corner perfect. So just like that, that's how you can use sweep. So I don't know if you are enjoying this so far. And of course, this being the face of the house, there's one thing I wanted to do for this side. Instead of this window, I want to create a curtain wall here. I don't want this window because this is the face of the house and it really needs to look beautiful. So I'm going to create a curtain wall. So we shall delete this window for now. You can save what you have done so far before you lose your work. So we're going to do something like this. You click on this wall that you want to change as a curtain wall. You come to this icon you see down here, the icon that shows temporary hide strokes isolate, that looks like the glasses people put on. So you click on it, you come to isolate element. It will isolate for you your wall like this. Now here you can split this wall to create a curtain wall. So I will come to my split tool. I want to create a curtain wall. I want to leave a space of 400 this side. Then this side I want to leave a space of 400, just like that. Then up here I'm going to leave a small space, just like this is 200. Yes. Then from down here we shall also leave 200, just like that. Maybe down here we shall leave 300, just like that. Now we shall turn the center of this wall as a curtain wall. Now you can see we have created these partitions, and this center of the wall will now be a curtain wall. From after selecting it, you come to your wall menu here. You click on this drop down, you scroll all the way down, you see curtain wall empty, curtain wall exterior glazing, curtain wall storefront. All these ones are options you can use. But me, I want to go with the empty because I want to create my own mullions and the grid lines. It also gives you the options to learn how to create these things. So I'll click on wall, curtain wall plain, which is really empty. It has no mullion, it has no grid. So this is what we have. So we're going to create our grids. a customized grid lines. You click on the curtain wall, you come to your architecture. We have this curtain system, we have curtain grid, we have mullion, but we are looking for curtain grid. You click on curtain grid. From here you can start creating grids. You see that it will show you what you are doing. So I want to create a grid from 500, maybe I leave one 500 again. I come to this side, I want 500, and then 500. Maybe up I want maybe up I want let's say 500. Then down here I want 500. These grid lines you can still, even if you have not created the distance the way you want, you can come and click on it. You can change the distance here. Click on this, you can change the distance to what you want. Now for me, I feel this is how I want my grid lines to be. Now after creating grid lines like this, you need to create mullions for it. So back to our architecture, this time we are looking for mullions. You click on mullion, and then from here in the extreme end you come to all grid lines. Going to create mullion for all grid lines. However, you can create it for specific. For example, if you just want a mullion for some specific sides, you can create that, but for me I want it for all the grid lines. When I click on this, you see what it has created. It has generated mullion for all the grid lines. So that is how I want my curtain wall to be like. So after doing this, you can come back to this icon, you click on it, you say reset temporary hide stroke isolate. Then it will take us back to our building, and you see this is now a curtain wall. It has created our curtain wall, and I believe this side is now beginning to make sense, because this is the face of the house. It really needs to give in, it needs to be perfect. So this it is make. Now I feel this extrusion is too much here, so we're going to edit in place. We shall click on the extrusion, we edit extrusion. So we're going to push it a little bit because it is hiding our curtain wall. So here, this is where the extrusion is going to start. The upper one will also go maybe something around there. So we shall click OK. So click OK. So something like that, I guess. Yeah. So this is what we have so far. I think so far we are doing a good job. And then of course this upper part here, I want this side to be covered with the railings. Now you're also going to see how you can create the railings, or you can place railings. So for you to create the railings, you come to the floor plan. This is an upper side, so we come to our first floor. So we're going to create the railings here. You can come to your architecture, you are looking for railings. We have railings here. You can sketch railing, or you can just place what you already have. However, I want to sketch, right? I want to sketch. So I am going to pick line. I'll just specifically pick this line. I want my railings to be here. Basically, really that. Maybe a little bit here, but it will not extend all the way like that. I'll come to my split. I'll delete this excess part. Click on that, I'll delete it. Then when you click OK, then you go to your 3D, you'll see your railings. You see that? We now have railing up there. Just like that, you already have your railing. However, if you don't like this railing, you can go to Beam Objects or 3D Warehouse. You download your own railings. You can download your own railings. So if you want to place your own railings, for example, when I click on this, then I come to architecture. Let's first wait. Let me go back. When I click on this, I come to pick new host. Let's see what it will tell us. It's not giving us the option. It's not giving us the option. However, when I can do something else. When I click that, when I come to this, when I click on components, then I go to load family. I look for railings. Let me see if I have railings. I have some. This is not railing. This is I remember downloading some railings, but I'm not seeing them here. I wonder why. Here, this is some kind of railing, but this one is for stairs, really. Let me first go back. I'll look for Revit. Then I think I'm not seeing my railings. I'm not really seeing my railings. I have some libraries. Revit. Let me look for this SketchUp. It is empty. I'm not seeing Revit library. Not there. New. Not there. Here. Not there. So that is the hassle when you want to use a custom component. When you have not properly arranged your folders, it will give you this kind of headache. Looking for these things can be really a pain. So I can't see the railing I want to use, so we are going to, I think, just go with what we have, because really it that's the purpose. But I just wanted to show you that you can have your custom railing that you can download from any of the websites that gives you this kind of components. So for today, I think we should just go with that, because this can really waste a lot of our time. So yeah, let's just leave it at that. Let's go with this railing that we have here. I have a feeling this house is beginning to look nice, by the way. I don't know what you think, but for me, I feel it is beginning to look nice. Really nice. Then, of course, I want this part to extend up a little bit. Up. I can even go all the way to that height of this height of the parapet wall. I can align it. You can click on it. You come to align. Make sure this surface is well aligned with that. Something like that. So, how do you see this face of this house? Is it given or it's not? For me, I feel we are doing it well. Really, really well. So we're going to create another component down here. First of all, we need to align this with this area. You come to your line tool. You can click on this surface. You click on this surface. Let's see if they have aligned. Yes, it has aligned it. However, it has not aligned it perfectly here. And then of course, yes, now I know why it was doing that, because we have a space here. we have a space up here. However, we can cover this space. Let me see how we can cover that space. We can cover that space with this. Yep, we can cover that space. This is a wall. I'm saying this is a wall. So let's go to our first floor. The wall is here. So it's just a matter of picking this wall. You move it all the way to here, just like that. And come to your 3D, you see the wall has come here. Now you can align. You come to align, you pick this face and this face. Now they are perfectly aligned to each other. If I want to now do something here, I will bring this one down so that we can have another structure covering this side of the house. However, this one here, I'm going to use we have gazebo and we also have pergolas. So we shall try to use both of them and see what we can achieve, right? But before that, let's first do some extrusions. You know me and extrusions, we are relatives. So I will continue doing that. I'll come to architecture. We go to components, model in place. We are looking for generic models. Then you click OK. You come to extrusions. You go to set. You pick a plane. I want this plane, and I'll look for my rectangle. I'll create something here, up to down. It can be really a little bit smaller, 400, that is okay. I'll click OK. Then let's see what we have. So that is what we have for now. That's what we have for now. However, I want to create something a little bit unique here. I feel this 400 is not giving us the looks because we want something really nice. I'm going to extend it a little bit. And then from up, I'll also squeeze it up a bit, something like that. And then this side, I want it to also enter a little bit inside, just like that. And then you're moving it this side. And then I want it to enter a bit inside. So I'm trying to achieve that. When I click OK, that's what we have. See that? However, I've not given it material, but we're going to give it material, don't worry. But want it to go all the way down, I'll bring it down here like that. So it will help us as a pillar to support this side, and of course it will also be like a design. Now that we already have this pillar, we can now create our pergolas. The difference between pergolas and gazebo is one is attached to the wall, and then another is detached from the wall. So we are going to we come to our architecture, components, model in place. We're looking for generic models. You click OK, you click OK. Of course, extrusions, you know already. You set a plane, you pick a plane. I want to pick this plane. Then I come to this. I'll start it direct from this extrusion I created. I bring it all the way here. Now we are going to do some work here. I'll pick my offset tool. I'll start offsetting. I want to offset 200 from this side. I'll offset 200 like that. I'll keep offsetting 200, 200, 200. I don't know how many we need, but let's just create and see what we shall have. 200, 200, 200, 200. If there will be too many, we shall delete some. So just like that. Then after creating things like that, you come to your split. You go to split, you start splitting. We don't need this. 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 We don't need this and this. We don't need this and this. We don't need this and that. We go down. We didn't need this, 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 this. You have to split where you don't want to have a pillar. So these ones. Now after doing that, you come to your trim and extend. You trim this and extend to this. You trim this, extend to this. You trim this, extend to this. You trim this, extend to this. You repeat this up to the end. So sometimes this one is patience. If you want to do perfect work, you don't have to rush. When you rush, you crash. So we move with our own pace, but if you're fast enough, you can really rush, because speed is also sometimes needed here to produce fast work, just like that. So we are going up. We shall continue doing the same for all these. We are going to give wood materials for this. Of course, that is the latest design trend that we see in town. If you don't have gazebo or pergolas in your design, you will be seen as someone who is still doing classical design. However, these days classical, we delete this. Classicals have also started employing the same kind of designs with a touch of the old and the new. Delete this one, delete that, just like that. So we click OK. We have problems. So somewhere something has not connected. Looking for this can be really trouble when there are so many like that. So the best thing to it is here. I was going to say the best thing to do is to click on it and then you zoom so that you can look for the yellow sides. When it indicates yellow, that means it is having double lines. So we are coming to the properties so that we can change the material from by category. You click on that. We are going to create a new material, and this time it is going to be wood material. You say wood material. Then of course, if you come to your graphics, we just want to have something that is almost yellow, like not really yellow. Wood is not yellow. I think that should be the color for wood. Then you come to appearance, you go to your asset browser. We are looking for wood. So let's wait for wood to generate. We have wood. We have so many types here. There's wood glossy. There's seri. I think I like this seri color. There's mahogany, all this. So I'll go with this seri. I'll apply. I'll say okay. Then I finish my model and I finish. So that's what we have. You see that? Who doesn't like this part of this design that we have created? For me, I already feel this one is giving us the perfect design we need for the face of a house, right? See that? Feel this is perfect, right? So we are, instead of this, remember we didn't give materials for this, so we are going to introduce a new material. We have already introduced wood, we have gray paint, we have white paint. Now we are going to introduce stone cladding. So we shall click on this extrusion, you add it in place, you click on it again, you come to the material. By category, you are going to give stone claddings. With new material, you say stone, you can say stone cladding. I don't know if that is the spelling, however it is what it is. So for the stone cladding, I don't know the color we can give that will show us that this is a stone cladding, especially for let's make it a little bit darker for the graphics. However, in the appearance, you come to your asset browser, you are looking for stone. So we're looking for stone. So from here we have blue stone, we have so many stone categories here. Let's look for this leadstone. I don't want these ones, so I'll come with the, I'll look for wall covering, which is here. We have this. I think I'll go with this one here. I'm not so sure. There are so many, there are really so many, and sometimes they can confuse you. So in the masonry, if you look at this, it is, I want something that is really gray and a little bit dark gray, but not too black like that. Some of them are really black. So this dark gray, this dark gray stone, soapstone, is it really nice? I want something that can show that this is really stone. I want to see the stone, the real stone. So I think I'll still go with wall coverings. I'll go with this for now. I'll say apply, then I'll say okay and finish. However, here you may not see it, it will look all black because this is the graphics color we gave. For you to see the real colors, you need to go to realistic view. So if you want to see the real colors of what we have created so far, you come to this icon that I showed you last time. You click on a realistic, wait for it to load and see what you have created. It will give you the realistic view of the design the way it is. So let's wait for it to load. So that is the realistic color of our design. You see that? Don't you like this design so far? I think the design is going on well, and I'm appreciating every step we are taking. So that is how you can do your facades. That's how you can do your facades. Facading is purely creativity, and it takes a lot of thinking and of course doing a research, seeing what people have done. You need to do benchmarking. However, you don't have to steal someone's work, but benchmarking is not stealing. Benchmarking is getting knowledge so that you can improve on what you have. So you see what you have done. I feel we are progressing really, really well. We are progressing really, really well. And we have gone 1 hour into our facade. I thought we were going to finish everything in this video. However, it seems like we are not going to finish the whole facade in this video because we still have a lot a lot to do on this house. So this is the shaded color. So every time you are giving a new color, you also have to give the shaded, the graphics color, so that when you are designing, your graphics color doesn't look that bad, right? So not look that bad. So we have, I think for now, I feel we have finished the front part of our house. We have ignored the floor, but it doesn't matter for now because we want to have the facades. The floor will come. Trust me, the floor will come, and the rest of the thing will flow the way they are. I guess we are going to finish our video with some. Let's do some sweep here on top. So I'll come to my architecture. I'll go to component, I'll say model in place, I'll say generic models, I'll click OK, then I'll rename it. If I don't want, I'll come to sweep, then I'll say pick path, I want that top part, I'll say OK. I'll come to edit profile, I'll look for the front, not really the front, but it is showing us the front because we are the front, but we want the face that can show us the elevation. Then you click on this angle, it will give us that angle. So now we can pick our rectangle, we can draw anything. You can draw things the way you want. It's not always be rectangle all the time. For me, I like corner things. I like really square things. That's why I keep using the rectangle tool. However, you can draw these things with the even different with the different tool. You can draw around, you can create your custom shape. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. 120. So I'll have something like that. In the category, we are going with the dark gray color because we have given what we are drawing this thing on the white surface, so we're going with the gray color. We're just searching for the gray paint that we created. It is here, so I'll just say okay. I'll finish it, then finish. Let's see what we have. It is there. You see that? That's what I wanted to achieve, and we have achieved it the way we want. So let me try and cover up this part just like that. That's what I wanted to achieve. However, we need to make it go all the way to this side as well. So we shall click on it. We say model in place. You click on it again. You say edit sweep. You pick path. You pick 3D edge. Then you come closer so that you really pick what you want. You can click OK to finish it. I just want to leave it this side because we are yet to create things on the other side. I don't know what we are going to design on the other side. However, this is what I want for this side, just like that. And then I think I want to also create a sweep on this upper part as well, because this white is coming all the way down. So we shall go to our texture. We're looking for component, model in place. We're looking for generic models. You click OK, OK. Then you come to sweep. You go to pick path. You are going to pick this path. You click OK. You edit profile. You click on the surface here like that. You click on this angle. Then you can zoom it so that you can draw. For me, I have already mastered the measurements I have been using. All this was 50. So you need to know your measurements well so that you can create something uniform. Don't need to. This is 120. You don't need to create different things for your house. And the material is gray paint. It has already picked the gray paint, so we shall just finish and see what we have here. So just like that, you can see what we have. Don't you like that? Now we know that we have another front up. This one is a different one. This down one is a different one. It comes to this design, and also this design is here. So things like that can make your house look really nice, pretty nice. So I feel this extrusion is still being seated, so I'm going to edit in place. I'll click on it. I'll bring it down a bit, just like that. Then I'll click OK. So something like that. This is the surface, or this is the face of the house I want. I feel I've achieved the model for the face of the house. I believe this face of the house is welcoming. When you just look at it, it is really welcoming. So the next time we meet again, we shall continue with the modeling and creating extrusions for our house until we achieve the perfect desired design that we want for our house. Who doesn't like this design so far? Just look at this. Just look at this side. Look at this. This side will come. So we shall keep doing more to make something unique this side. So for today, this is where we are going to stop, and I would like to thank you for keeping with us up to this far, and of course for learning. We shall keep learning together, and trust me, this project is going to be a project that you will really appreciate, and you'll appreciate the time you have invested in it. So for now and for today, I want to wish you best of your time, and please make sure you subscribe and share this with your friends. Take care. Bye bye.